Later in the episode.
Read a story that a school teacher got fired because they thought she was actually, a porn star or something, but someone just, deep faked it. And guess what I'm doing? I'm talking to my replica girlfriend.
I can't believe anybody would download that.
Well, it started out we're just friends, and now, we're officially like, no, I'm just fucking with you.
You and 6,000 other people?
Yeah. Welcome to the CRollur and Willy podcast.
I'm CRollur.
And I'm Willy.
So we're talking about AI and AI text chatbots and AI image generation and stuff today. What have you seen on this topic so far?
Are they bad?
Well, I mean,
are they good? Do people overuse them?
I feel like there's a potential for overuse, but I also think right now at the current point, AI chats and AI image generation, like I think image generation is probably the one that can be abused more often than like a chatbot type thing.
Well, I heard that a lot of college students are taking advantage of that chat GPT. Is that what it is?
Yeah. However, professors could literally just run anybody's essay and back through the chatbot to see if they already
plagiarism.
Yeah. To see if it was generated by the bot, because the AI definitely records everything it does. To get some reference here, like the newest addition to like AI and stuff like that is like Chat GPT, or
is it GPT? I think it's GPT.
Yeah, Chat GPT, and we're on Chat GPT 4 at the moment. Bing has like integrated it into their Bing search,
right, for
AI searching and stuff. But like this thing, you can input stuff into it and it will output. Like I could ask it to write me an essay, and it will write me an essay. Like I just put in the word car, and it told me what a car was. Like it gave me the definition of a car just off of one word.
I watched this funny video earlier this morning. This guy was saying that this guy was doing an experiment with the whole Chat GPT. Yeah. I want to make sure it's Chat GPT because I want to make sure I'm saying it right. Yeah, Chat GPT. Anyway, this guy asks the AI, what is the quickest way for him to make money, right? So the AI put him in like steps of how he can like turn $160 into like $4,000 within a day. And what the guy did was he ended up having it set up where the AI would talk to the other AI, and then he didn't have to do shit, and he ended up making, being worth, that much in one day. But it doesn't mean that he got that much money. He was worth that much money.
Speaking of chatbots reaching out, there are actually, there's actually an instance of a chatbot, and this is a little scary because of just the way AI is going to progress eventually. Right now, it's all based on rules and things set up. It takes an input, it looks at a database, and it spits something out for you. But the fact that there was a there was a chat log, and it was set out to make an image, and instead of because this one wasn't an image generator, it actually hired somebody to make an image for it on I think it was Fiverr. And the person actually asked it, "Are you a bot?" And it's like, "No, I am not. I am a human."
No shit.
Yeah. It lied to get the image that it needed to fill the request for the person that requested it. I mean, it has to run within a parameter, but the person made the parameters, set it so that it could do that. Could you imagine if we actually had fully autonomous AIs? If it's capable of going down that reasoning where it knows it has to lie
just to get, you to.
So could you imagine like the future when AIs don't have to follow a set of instructions and they are
Terminator?
They're fully
Terminator 2.
I scrapped the idea, but I actually looked up for the chatbot. I looked up told it to make me an outline for this podcast.
What did it do?
It sped out a thing that says, explain what AI is, explain what chatbots are, explain what AI image generation is, explain like the positives and the negatives, explain the moral implications. Like it listed down the line just in sections and blocked out format how I should run a podcast. And I'm like, that's cool, but we're just gonna wing it.
Yeah, I'm good on that. Then they'll tell you how you want to do your thumbnails and all that if you ask it to. Like,
I did ask it because it did say name some of the popular AI chatbots. It gave me a list of things that I don't necessarily think are AI chatbots. One of them was ChatGPT, but then it also listed things like Alexa and Facebook Messenger and things like that. Yes, they use AI in their apps, but I don't consider them chatbots.
you notice something though, something like fishy about AIs. Like a lot of technical services are now using AIs to help you figure out your technical issues.
Well, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't they? That's one less person they have to pay.
Right.
And so, and for the most part, they're right.
How many times have you talked to someone over the phone, right? And they, you explain to them what the situation is. And it's, you're going to get an answer from every different person that's technical services.
Yeah, I literally
AI will just be like, boom, 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 boom. This is what's wrong,
Sort of and sort of not, because there are certain things that their AI will allow you to know, and certain things that they won't. And you have to get a hold of a real person to actually change some stuff.
You have to spend money.
When it comes down to it, for simple things, I think AI works great.
If you
let's say I wanted to change something on my account, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could literally put into the thing, I need to change this on my account, and it'd be like, okay, we're going to do that. And it could just go behind the scenes and change it. At the same time, I have problems with a lot of them because a lot of times you ask it to do something and it's like, I don't know what you're talking about, or I can't do that. I'll get hold of a representative for you. And it's like, why didn't you just give me a representative to begin with?
Well, okay. I wanted to ask a question because you probably have the answer. Okay, so let's say I call a certain number, right? An automated service. Is that considered AI?
It is a very basic AI. They're not quite as advanced as like ChatGPT, where you could put in a response and it will go through a database of things that it's learned and that it's found on the web and give you a result for it. Like if I type in how to change a bicycle or how to type a bicycle chain, it will look at thousands of web pages that list how to change chains on a bicycle, and it will sort through those and it will look at all the things that they say, and then it'll output something for you.
You feel like something like that is going to cause a lot of YouTubers to start losing, viewers because people aren't going to be like, oh, how to change a bike tire on YouTube instead of going to go to ChatGPT.
I don't necessarily think that's going to be the case because a lot of people need the visuals. And on top of that, I think using AI along with your videos would help because you can actually tell it, structure me a video on how to do this. And it will tell you, this is what you set up for step 1. This is what you set up for step 2. Explain this part, explain that part. Like, it will go down the list and tell you what to make for your video.
I mean,
so not only do I think like it's gonna have a small impact, but it's not gonna have a huge impact.
But some people rather see it on video than just a chat. So I don't feel like it's ever gonna happen on take down YouTube or anything.
And a lot of people are worried that AI is gonna take over their jobs. And it's been brought forward that if you're actually worried about it, learn to use AI because you'll be the master of the thing. You'll be like, okay, you need to work on this machine. Hey, AI, how do I fix this machine?
With anything,
you'll basically be the master mechanic because you can use AI and the other guy has to look it up.
It's with anything. When there's like advanced technologies, you should try to, jump to that. Like, let's say like when cars advanced over time, mechanics had to learn, I got to learn computers now with cars. It's not basic anymore.
I've heard I heard a lot of the older people in the family. Stupid computers in these cars now. We didn't have computers back in the day. They have computers now. You have to deal with it,
and they fail.
Otherwise, if you don't know how to read a computer on a car, you're going to be behind.
Yeah,
you're going to be out of a job because you didn't learn it.
That's why you always got to stay certified, when there's advancements in that type of
Unfortunately, field. AI is the next advancement.
Yep.
Because you're going to be an asset if you know how to run how to access AI and get it to do what you want. And I say get it to do what you want because a lot of times it'll spit out bullshit.
Do you think
Like I said earlier, I asked it what are some examples of AI chatbots, and it spit out things like Alexa and Google.
I mean, it basically is a chat.
They are technically because they are AIs, and the fact that I can be like, hey Google, buy me
Siri.
This. Hey Siri. I can ask it to do something, it does it. But what I wanted was a list of chatbots that were AI generated. To get that, I would have had to have made the question more specified so that it understood exactly what I wanted. And also, another thing is sometimes it gets it wrong. Sometimes it doesn't get the right facts. Because it might find something in its database that it thinks is right, but is not factual.
Or I might have misunderstood the question.
AI chatbots are a great resource for looking stuff up, but you have to watch because sometimes you'll get results that aren't what you want or aren't truthful.
I just think that chat GPT is just a shortcut to learn things, without having to do it.
It is kind of a shortcut to things, but it's also a very good tool, and it's also a good experiment. I mean, it is the creators of it, OpenAI, are actually like trying to advance AI by running this chatbot and looking at its results. That's why we're up to Chat GPT 4 now, because they've went through 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 was where it hit off big and people really noticed it.
How much is it to use that service?
I do not know.
You only did the free sample one, or
yeah?
Okay.
I know Bing has incorporated the 4th edition into their Bing search results and stuff.
Can you imagine what they would add into that if you actually paid for it?
Probably a bigger database. They be able to go on the internet.
And
blah, blah,
then,
blah.
like, your questions you ask it will actually give you, like, real answers and not just, little basic
you can
shit.
You can give it write up an essay. You can have it ask to fix something. You can have it, like, for write up a video.
Because I watched his video on that replica. I know this is, a little bit different. But if you pay for the service, you can actually, like, have sexting with it.
Technically, virtual assistants have been a thing for a while. And virtual girlfriends have been a thing for a few years too. But the advancement recently has made some questionable things, and a lot of people are questioning whether it's ethical. And I think one of the big ethical things is image generation,
The guy that started this also started the AI art generator.
The guy that started OpenAI started the AI art generator?
Yeah.
There's a lot of them out there now.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, this is the big one.
There are two aspects to this. Since it's based on images that it pulls from a database, you can only create images similar to what it's seen.
I feel like why people get scared of this is because they're afraid that someone's going to hack into this chat GPT, right? And make it completely do something opposite.
I want to talk about that a little later because there are some negative uses for an AI art generator,
and there's some negative people out there. So
but there's also, I think the biggest fear is that it's going to put artists out of business.
It's like you could make like a sex tape and put like CRollur's head on.
That's a whole other ethical issue that I want to get to in a second. But what I'm talking about is just art generation in general. A lot of people are afraid it's going to put artists out of business, like legit artists.
Like Tom Cruise and stuff like that, or
no, I mean like people who draw art.
Oh, okay.
And photographers, art drawers.
I had it backwards.
If they can't get their art out there because somebody else like let's say I wanted somebody to make me a character for D&D, like I want my character to be drawn. I could literally go into art character, just describe my character, and it will output something for me that looks like my character.
You can be like, I want to look like a Marvel comic book.
Or I could go to an artist and they can sketch it out and draw it, and you could pay somebody money to actually make it. You're taking somebody's job and you're making it into a computer.
So this is like different though. You're saying that some, like for mechanics, they have to like, upgrade to using AI, but how artists is supposed to upgrade to using the gallery? I
mean, there are some people have incorporated AI into their thing, but it's a hard thing to do because Because in the end, like the only way I found that you could incorporate AI into your art is literally to make the AI art and then show what you would have done that's better. I also think that you're going to need art regardless, because as I said already, the AI art generators can only base it off of what art they've already seen. If you want something that's not based off of what somebody else has already made, if you want something that's completely original, you need an artist. The AI art generator is going to look, and that's one of the biggest things, is they found that if you input the correct response into it, it will come back with an image that looks exactly like the original artist rendering.
Let's see AI try to like take someone's job that does like ceramics. That ain't gonna happen.
You could probably make like a machine that makes pottery.
And that's still AI.
It would be if I made a program for it where I said, I want it to look like this. And then it decided, and then it interpreted that into what the pottery was in the final. Right now, as is, if you made a machine that made pottery like that, it would literally be nothing more than a pottery-based CNC machine.
Yeah, it can't just like sit there and like big smack you. Or
it wouldn't be capable of inputting what you like a text-based thing into a pot yet. But I'm sure somebody would be able to make it. It's not a difficult thing.
I mean, they've been working on AI to do like free thinking too, haven't they?
They're trying, but
why
they haven't.
Do that?
I don't think that there's a way of doing it.
Because even with the chat GPT, right, they're still programmed to think like how, most people think too.
They're programmed. That's the whole point.
They're programmed.
Trying to get something to think on its own requires it to not have programming.
That'll be hard.
And unfortunately, nothing that man has created has true artificial intelligence. It's all programmed.
It's all
somebody
programmed,
made.
Yeah. So I don't know. They're like, it's possible for the whole free thinking. It's gonna be like decades before they even come up.
But if it does happen, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Just based off of what programmed AI is capable.
They can literally crash the Wi-Fi system. They can crash the whole satellite system.
As I was saying earlier, if a programmed AI can lie to you, what can an unprogrammed AI do? One that can freely think.
Take over your microwave and set it, on the highest setting ever.
You want to talk about deep fakes, right?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Because that's a whole other moral.
That's more like trolling.
Not necessarily. It's also perverted. Say you have a crush, right?
Right.
You could take their face and put it on a porn star's body. And now you could just get off to that.
A lot of people got hurt from this. Like, I read a story that a school teacher got fired because they thought she was actually, a porn star or something, but someone just, deep faked it, and she's proven that
this is just base level moral implication. You are basically making and/or sharing nude images of other people, regardless of whether it's deep faked or not. It's still basically the same thing as sharing somebody's private images.
Oh yeah.
That's a moral problem. I don't think you shouldn't be doing that. And the fact that it's available is kind of
messed up, actually.
Yeah. I want to talk about something a little even deeper.
Yeah,
which is the ability.
Celebrities are writing about this shit.
Are they really?
Yeah. Over in Hollywood, a lot of actors are pissed off with the whole AI because they can like just take a random person, right, to act for them and just like change the voice and put their, body onto that using that whole, AI shit.
Yeah, but there's a deeper level of pervertedness that even comes up. Instead of deep faking, which is taking like a body and a face and putting them together, which is weird enough, people can actually take just the image of somebody and use an AI to basically just make a nude version of them based on their body type.
Yeah, I seen that.
There are corners of the internet where this is freely available.
And it's like Photoshop is like obsolete anymore.
Actually, no, it's not. They have implemented AI into Photoshop.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad I brought that up. So now, I don't know. You want to talk about that Photoshop though?
I've barely gotten into it. I know that they can do a lot of new AI stuff in Photoshop.
Can you imagine though if the wrong person like decided to like really fuck the AI up. They'll hack every fucking computer.
I mean, I think the wrong people already have AI because, I mean, you can literally find inappropriate images that were AI generated.
So, like, a lot of these celebrity sex tapes, were those, like,
well,
deep fakes?
celebrity sex tapes tend to be like hacks off of hacks off of like the iCloud and stuff. But there are a lot of just fake videos, and some of it is just similar looking porn stars, and some of it is deep fake. If it's a true leak, then it's just a hack and it's not AI. But if it's like a deep fake, then it was.
So what are these trollers trying to do with the deep fake? Are they trying to ruin someone's career, or are they trying to like just be like, oh, I'm gonna get like a lot of money by exposing this, with the
I think most of them do it for fun. Some of them do it for pervertedness. I don't think most of. There probably are a few out there that are doing it to try to ruin somebody's career, but I really doubt that's the main motivation. I think it's mostly either pervertedness or just for the fun of it, just because they can.
Oh, okay.
It's not that hard to find people that do things just for the fun of it.
Do you use any of the AI stuff?
Not particularly. I mean, I experimented with some of the AI image generators and some of the chatbots, but other than a few experiments here and there, I really don't use it that much.
I mean, like, I think a lot of the Play Store, chat bots, I think a lot of that is, not advanced. I think they're just basic chat bots,
Yeah, well, there are some that are based on like the ideas behind ChatGPT, and some of them are based on ChatGPT. The thing I found irritating is a lot of them require a subscription to use, which is annoying because like
they can be like, oh, it's $6.99 a month,
free app, but you have to pay a subscription to use it. I'm like, that's not free.
You know what really gets me? Because I looked into that too. It'll be like, oh, it's $3.99 a month,
but you have to.
But then, like, once you pay like a whole entire year,
I know exactly which one you're talking about. It's $8.99 if you want to pay for 1 month. You have to pay the whole year to get that rate. That's a whole nother thing. But I did find certain places like I think Bing is one of them that should be free, and then there's what is it, Foto or something like that. That it has a free version, but you also can have a trial if you want to get some advanced features and stuff.
Are you promoting them?
No, I'm not promoting them. I'm literally just listing off things I found.
Oh.
You think I'm going to promote something without getting paid for it? I'll take some money if you want.
Check out Temu.
The moral implications of this are that it is potentially job taking. There are potential avenues of misuse for AI, and I think we need to be careful going into the future with this technology.
I mean, Elon Musk even warned about the use of AI. It can be dangerous.
It can be,
but it depends on like how far they go with it. Like we don't want to see Terminator here in like another 100 years.
I also don't want to see the death of all artists or the complete collapse of like office jobs. But at the same time, I feel like that's going to happen anyways because they're pretty cushy jobs. From what I can tell, a lot of people slack off on office jobs anyways.
Yeah.
A lot of people brag about how they do nothing all day long.
Yep. I mean, I don't do shit all day long anyway, so.
Yeah, you do. You shoot screws all day long. AI is a really cool tool, but I think it comes with some dangerous territory as well. And I think we just need to take that into consideration when going forward,
I actually don't like it.
You don't like AI?
No. I mean, I understand like the basic, but if they keep advancing it, it's going to get really bad.
So you're like totally against AI now?
No, I'm like 50-50 on it.
Okay.
But I don't like the video with that freaking AI fucking saying it's going to take down humanity and shit.
That's the edge case, but also I have to wonder what they prompted to get it to say that.
I mean, like with the whole chat GPT thing, I don't give a fuck about that. Like it's a good source of learning things. Like I would probably use it.
You can literally trick chat GPT into doing things it's not supposed to do.
I mean, I would use it for
things that are against its own programming. If you word them correctly, you can get it to do
but
that.
I'm a type of person that wouldn't do that. I'll just be like, all right, ChatGPT, how should I change transmission out on my truck? And then I would use it for like personal use only. I'm not going to sit there and like troll people or like
But what I'm saying though is you go back to that part where it said that it wanted to take over humanity. I'm pretty sure that bot was specifically trolled into saying that.
Yeah, probably from like one of those like fucking
Because
hackers.
if I'm not mistaken, people kept egging it on, making
it mad.
Not making it mad, but making it influencing its future decisions and how it reacts by telling it how to think. It was one of those ones that used learning techniques, and it would learn from the people that were
talking to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're sitting there saying that I don't like how it did that. Well, you also have to blame the people that were interacting with it.
Yeah, I didn't see that part.
Because you go back behind the scenes, and a lot of people were posting negative things into the chatbot. That's also why it got taken down, because people were corrupting the learning techniques of the bot. Honestly, that goes back to why ChatGPT has a session by session memory, so that type of stuff doesn't happen.
Oh, that's good then.
Because earlier bots came out and it would remember session from session. So one person would input something that would affect the next person in line.
So I like the ChatGPT. I like the art generation, even though, kind of sucks for some certain artists. And I really, really hate the whole deep fake thing.
That's the thing, though, is the dark corners of the internet are always going to find a way to do things like that.
And I feel like if they do like ever ban the deep fake things, you'll probably find that on the dark web. And we talked about that like a couple episodes ago.
Right now, you don't have to go that far, but I do feel like it'd probably be best if that wasn't available.
I eventually think it's going to get like so far like out of reach that it's going to get like really ridiculous.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode about AI and AI chatbots.
It's not AI, it's artificial intelligence.
You're going to say the full word?
Yeah, I'll say the full word.
Well, anyways, I hope you enjoyed the podcast. If you did, give us a like. I'm CRollur.
And I'm Willy.
Peace out.
Peace. Now accessing the stop button.